What's up, guys? It's me making a video today, and this one is about MLB. I'm going to be answering a bunch of MLB polls. You could find these polls at Mlb Polls on Instagram. A lot of great polls posted on his story that I took to make this video. And so I haven't made a video at all this summer, or even spring, really. So we could make a video, and if I want to make more, I will probably. If I want to, I'll make like a variety of sports videos that I could gain a sports fan base on here, since like I run out of ideas easily when it comes to other stuff. Rest in peace, bad news, Tyler Skaggs of Angels solid lefty pitcher passed away yesterday. So stay strong, Angels. I'm repping you guys today. Let's get into these polls. Leave a like if you guys want more MLB videos and other sports videos to be posted, because if I get a lot of likes, I will make more videos. I will not make videos if I'm only getting like 2 likes. So into these polls, I'm just going to be firing off what the mini question is with the answer. So first one we have is Bryant or Rizzo. I'm taking Chris Bryant, guys. I've always liked Chris Bryant. He's one of my top mans. Like, he's like my man. So we're taking him. I think he is better. Phillies or Mets? Phillies for sure. I mean, the Mets, I like the Mets, and I sometimes like the Phillies, but the Phillies are a much better team this year. The Mets have a very solid product out on that field, except the guys sitting in that bullpen, which screwed their whole season over. They would be 5-7 games above 500 if they had a solid bullpen. Instead, they're 10 games below, okay? And they're going nowhere. I expect them to play okay for the rest of the season, but the Phillies are going to finally finish above 500 this season, even. They're a debatable team when it comes to the playoffs, so they're an interesting team moving forward. Definitely more to be excited about than the Mets. Did Voit get snubbed from the All-Star game? Of course he did. Every stat, he's better than Jose Abreu. I'm sure people would rather see Luke Voit. He's a fun guy, and that's ridiculous. And it angers me as a Yankee fan that Luke Voit didn't make the All-Star game. Very annoys me. Freddie Freeman, is he a Hall of Famer? I'm gonna go with yes. Constant year in and year out. The Braves were good. Like earlier this decade, he was maybe their best player. Rough years, he's still a very good player. Back to good, he's still their best player. Just year in and year out, he just seems to be a Braves Hall of Famer to me. Torres snubbed from the All-Star game? Yes. This one didn't get as much complaints, but still gets complaints, and I am a complainer because Lindor beat him out. He literally leads Lindor in every category except stolen bases, which Lindor is 12 compared to 3, but Torres, slightly better average, quite a bit better on base, 19 home runs versus 13, and a much better OPS. And just, should the Red Sox buy or sell at the deadline? What are they selling? They just won the World Series. If there's any way to sell and like get better for next year, since they surely don't look like they're winning World Series this year, but they're not selling. Why would they rebuild when they just won the World Series last year? They still have a good product. Make some off-season moves to bolster up that bullpen and get back to championship level form next year. You don't need to rebuild. Okay, is Baez, you don't need to sell your pieces, guys. Just like have a good product, win. Is Baez overrated? I've always been a Javi fan since 2016, even when he wasn't like an elite player. So, and is he overrated? No. No. Last year, he's properly rated. People have been talking about him a lot. And I also feel like, how could a guy be overrated when I feel like whenever people talk about Baez, the only thing they talk about is overrated. So why is he's not overrated if everyone says he's overrated? But I think he's actually rated properly. He's been a star the last year and a half, and he's getting treated like one. He's getting attention. London series or Japan series? London series. It just ended like 2 days ago, and it was just much more fun. First, the Japan series was the A's Mariners, I believe, which was like March 20th. It was fun. I woke up at 5 a.m. on a school day, when it was still dark out, to just watch MLB's first game of the season. But like, I mean, people like, I think it's great in London. People actually talk English, and there were day games at much more watchable times. Matt Excursion actually went to London on like Japan. Better teams played in London. It just brought baseball together more. I don't think Japan did much. And a nicer stadium at London too. And better teams. Should Gallo be invited to the home run derby? Of course he should. I'm not exactly sure how many home runs he had this season, but the dude is like, that's his game, and he's a good player now. That's his game. He's like, he hits some of the longest home runs you'll see. If he's not invited, that is a crime. Will the Twins' longest losing streak of the season stay at 2 games throughout the rest of the season? No, they'll lose more than 2 in a row games. They're gonna easily win the AL Central. The Indians don't scare me too much. But no, I think they'll play baseball at like 8, 10 games above 500 the rest of the way. Eventually they'll lose like 4 straight. They've just been mediocre the past like half month. Is Goldie the biggest disappointment of the season so far? If we're going by like expectations, Harper is, but Goldschmidt's numbers are like really bad, and the fact that the Cardinals are doing so underwhelming, I guess there's no one I could think of that's really disappointing me. Oh, Blake Snell's very disappointing this year, so I'm just saying no. It's probably someone more disappointing out there. Who's better, Alonso plus McNeil or Freeman plus Albies? For 2019, I'm going to go with Alonso plus McNeil. These guys are both just beasts. You have all those home runs in Pete Alonso, and all the on base from Jeff McNeil plus some power. Freddie Freeman, of course, is great, but I don't know that he's like kind of right between. He's like right between Alonso and McNeil, like as of what he does. So he's like about the same as those guys, and Albies isn't quite as good. He's did he make the All-Star team or not? He was very close, I know. He has solid numbers, but I'm going with the Mets duo. Cards or Cubs? Obviously Cubs. The Cardinals are 500 right now. I made this bad mistake. It's my one horrific mistake of my predictions for this season. I predicted the Cardinals to win the NL Central. I think it's just because I wanted it to happen. I should never do that, but that was my bad prediction. They're 500 right now. Exactly 500. They'll probably finish around that 84 and 78 mark. Cubs are only 5 above 500, but they're gonna win at least 86 games. I would still predict the Cubs this season to win maybe 89 games. Shorten the 162 game season? No. It's baseball. It's how fans like it. I wasn't all that into it back in April and May. When the weather was cold, I was more into basketball. But just a couple weeks ago, the season really started getting really fun. And of course, you shouldn't shorten the season. Shortening it would probably mean finishing earlier with like an August postseason. No, like I love the stretch being like fun in July, like stretch in August, September, playoff baseball in the fall. That or more days off maybe they would do, which would suck because I like having my team play every day. So no, it's a long marathon. We're gonna keep it that way. Padres or Rockies? Padres are still average team at best. Rockies are very good. They just started coming alive a little. They're only 4 above 500. They're going to take off, win at least 86 this year. Definitely a better team, Rockies. Not even a question. Who wins the All-Star game, NL or AL? I'm going to say this is going to be the year that the NL wins and breaks the AL's 6-game winning streak. Should Bell have been the starting first baseman in the All-Star game. Yes, he should have. He leads the NL in RBIs. He is better than Freddie Freeman this season. AL West or NL West? What a pretty good question this one is. I think I'm going with the AL West this year because Giants and Mariners are like pretty equal at the bottom. Dodgers and Astros pretty equal at the top, but Dodgers are the better regular season team this year. The second place range, you have Rangers in second and Rockies in second. Rangers have the better record, but I say Rockies are the better team, definitely. But then the third and fourth, you have Padres, Diamondbacks, A's, Angels. The Angels are about equivalent to the Diamondbacks and Padres, if not a little better. The A's are going to take off a bit. They're 7 above. They kind of have started that takeoff. They're going to win probably 86 plus. So I'm going to go AL West this year. Good question, though. AL East or NL East? See, since the NL East has so much potential, and the Marlins are not atrocious, the Marlins are actually better than the Blue Jays. So the AL East has the 2 worst teams out of these 10. Weird to say that the Blue Jays are worse than the Marlins, but that's how it is right now. So, NL East I'm going to go with, since Red Sox, good but not great, Rays, good but not great. Yankees are the Death Star that the NL doesn't have, the NL East doesn't have. But the NL East, Mets are, pretty bad, but now you have Braves. They've really solidified themselves these last couple weeks. The Phillies are solid, the Nationals are solid. So I'm taking the NL East, even though it's overall tighter together, where the AL East, a lot more separation. AL Central or NL Central? NL Central. I mean, the NL Central has been a disappointing division. You have the Cubs disappointing, Brewers slightly disappointing, Cardinals very disappointing, Pirates about as expected, maybe a little better. They're 4 below 500. And the Reds a bit disappointing, but still they're better because the White Sox a little under 500 in third place. Royals and Tigers both horrific, and that's what really separates this. The NL Central doesn't have those horrific teams. The Twins are better than anyone in the NL Central, at least record-wise. I would still take Cubs or maybe even Brewers in a 7-game series over the Minnesota, there's just nothing. And the NL Central has a lot more potential as well. Will the I did all the divisions, yeah. Will the A's make it to the wild card? This is the very last one. So I'm gonna assume the Rays are gonna keep a wild card spot. Then you have Red Sox, Rangers, and A's, and Indians. I don't know what to say. I just think Boston, maybe it's just not Boston's year. I'm going to say A's. They're going to do it again. They're going to make the wild card game. Alright, that was a pretty fun video. Please leave a like on it and comment your thoughts below. Please comment your thoughts below, because that is what we need. Comment your arguments. Comment your agreements. Comment if you thought this was a great video. Comment if you thought these were trash. Please comment what you think. Give me feedback. That was fun. So I think we're going to make more sports videos this summer and beyond. Maybe I'll do some basketball free agency thoughts. That was fun. Let's do some more MLB videos as well. See you guys later.